Hey, welcome back. Let's talk about APIs. That's an acronym and means Application Programming Interface. And what this is basically a way to have your computer program talk to another computer program over the internet. Now, you can think of services like Google Maps or Twitter or Facebook or Stripe for payment. They all basically expose their functionality via APIs. So that means they offer their services not just to end users, where you can download the Google Maps app in the App Store, in the Google Play Store. But you could also write your own map, your own mapping app that uses these APIs, the Google Map APIs or the Twitter APIs, if you want to show the latest tweets, present them in a special way that makes sense to you and your users. So let's talk about that. Let's understand what's going on there, how we can talk to another computer program. And let's talk about a very specific type of API. That's the REST API. A REST API is kind of like a menu for computers. It's a list of things that you can ask the computer on the other line to do, like ordering a pizza maybe from a pizza delivery service. So let's stick to that example because I like pizza. And just like you tell the waiter in the pizza restaurant what you want to eat, you use a special language to, tell the computer on the other side via the REST API what you want it to do. And this language is called HTTP. That means Hypertext Transfer Protocol. And yes, it's the exact same thing as if the one that you're using when you're browsing the web, when you're typing a web address, internet address on your Google browser, Chrome browser, or on the Safari if you're on the Mac, or on Microsoft Edge. You're using the HTTP interface, the HTTP protocol. Although HTTP is already, the last P already stands for protocol. Never mind. So the computer will give you a special web address to go to that you can call this REST interface on. But it's of no use to normal users like you and me, human users. It only makes sense to other computer programs. And when we are writing these programs, we're using these special endpoints, these special addresses called endpoints. And you can ask this web address to, send data from your computer program to the other computer program and ask it to do things for you. For example, if we're writing an app for a pizza delivery service and we're using a pizza API on the other side, we can order pizza via that API. Or we might ask for the status of our delivery that we ordered. Or if we are the delivery guy, we can update the delivery saying we delivered this, we took the money, and now we are available for other deliveries again. So a REST API has basically four main things that we can ask the computer on the other end to do. And they refer to the different HTTP methods. Now, we are only used to the GET method. That's the one that we're implicitly using when we are entering a web address, a website address in the browser address bar. That sort of takes the GET method underneath. We don't really know that as a user, but that's what it's doing, basically. This is like looking at the menu. When you use GET, you're asking the other computer who exposes this REST interface to give you information. So if you want to see what kinds of pizza maybe the pizza delivery service offers, you can use GET with the website address, with the endpoint address for the REST interface to look at the menu and to see what's available. So that's the first of the four HTTP methods that we use in REST APIs. The second one is POST. POST means like placing an order for a pizza. When we use POST, we are asking the computer on the other side to create something new. In our case, maybe we want to order a pizza, so we want to create a new order there. So you can use POST with some parameters, like the type of toppings that you want, and the quantity of the pizza, and so on, to create a new order, to have the REST API on the other side create a new order for you and return probably an order ID. The third method is PUT. put is like changing something, changing your pizza order, for example. When you use put, you're asking the REST API to update something that already exists. So if you want to change the toppings maybe on your pizza before it has been delivered, but after you have already ordered it, you can use put to update your order. And finally, delete, this is like canceling your order, deleting it, right? You're asking the REST API to get rid of something. So if you change your mind and decide you don't want the pizza or whatever the API exposes, you can use delete to cancel your order. So it's like when we're using different words, when we're talking to our waiter, in different situations, we can use different HTTP methods, different HTTP verbs, as they're also called, to ask the computer to do different things. And we're doing this using this REST API methodology. Now, what are examples of actual APIs that exist in the real world? Maybe like Google Maps. With Google Maps, you've got access to data, maps, directions, location data via a REST interface. It provides tools for creating custom markers, for overlays, for map features, to search for data, retrieve location data such as addresses, businesses, opening hours, points of interest, all these kinds of things, and even real-time traffic information and the ability to calculate travel times and distances. That's all provided to you. If you're writing a program that you might want to use that kind of data, you can use the Google Maps API for that. Compare that to the Twitter API. It provides access to Twitter's social media data like tweets, user profiles, and trends, and so on. You can analyze Twitter data. You can post tweets as some user, of course, only if the user allows that. You can follow and unfollow users. Basically, you can do more or less all of the things and more that you can do when you use Twitter as a real human user, but only in your program. So using APIs saves you development time. It allows you to use third-party access to get third-party services integrated into your app, and thereby enhancing your user experience, the experience of the users using your app or your website or whatever it is. So APIs, application programming interfaces, very, very important in today's world.